Tonight on Friday Night Football, Rugby League is off and running.
McGregor looking to turn it, doesn't have to. Yes, he does. And Peter Phillips backs over the inside to score.
Pressure on Andrew Walker, getting some of his own back. Steve Georgialis flying through for the try.
From Steelers Stadium, it's Illawarra versus the Western Suburbs Magpies.
To the air, they're looking for McGregor. He's got the ball and scored.
Pearson charges through. There's no one at home. Ricketson chasing Pearson. Good night.
With new coach Alan McMahon at the helm of the home side, the Steelers look tungsten tough in '96.
Briscoe's up the centre and South are waiting for him. Oh!
But Tommy Raudonikis is right on course with his mission to rebuild the fighting pride of the mighty Magpies.
They're still going forward, though, the Magpies. That's the main thing. Through the hands, everything going right. Pearson, then on to Willis. One more pass. Now across again, the dummy from Wall. Oh, the Magpies, they've turned into the entertainers.
Get ready for the Steelers and the Magpies tonight on Wide World of Sports.
It's been a long time coming, but as we welcome you to the Steelers Stadium in Wollongong tonight, the 1996 Optus Cup Rugby League competition finally kicks off with a match between the Illawarra Steelers and the Western Suburbs Magpies. We go to Ray Warren for the match between the Magpies and the Steelers.
Thank you, Peter. Good evening, everybody. The Illawarra Steelers take the park for the first match of the Optus Cup for 1996. The fans, like everybody else around Australia, interested at all in rugby league, so pleased that this moment has arrived. Illawarra Steelers at home tonight to the Western Suburbs Magpies. It's opening night. There's the side. O'Mara at fullback, Wishart, Rodwell, McGregor, Saru are the three quarters. Simon and White are the halves. Fritz and England are the props. Callaway at hooker. Cross Richards in the second row. Cross is the captain. Timmins at the back of the scrum. Wishart's on camera. One of the two Australian reps on the side. McMahon is the coach. Big Allen, the great Balmain fullback. And Tugger Coleman. He's a real traveller. He leads the Western Suburbs Magpies tonight in the absence of Paul Langmack. Paul is out injured, Brad Mackay is out injured, and Craig Coleman leads. And he'll lead by example. Leads Darren Willis and the two McGuinness brothers, Kevin and Ken, one in the centres, the other on the wing. Pearson, Andrew Willis at 5'8", Coleman half, Stewart and Duff the props, Mesher the hooker, Dunn Harris second row, Georgialis at the back of the scrum, Tommy Raudonikis the coach. As much turbulence as the rugby league game is experiencing. Kelvin Jeffs is the referee. The men in red will run from right to left. The BHP Steelers, time on. The season's underway. Wishart kicks off. Deep. Western Suburbs make a mistake. The first of the match. Put down by Big Stewart. A line drop out. He knocked on in goal. Just looking at the clock, it came at the 6th minute when Western Suburbs actually saw Illawarra territory. Georgialis is tackled 10 metres out, centre of the ground. Coleman chimes in on the right. That's Andrew Willis. The run around. They try and put Pearson through the centres, and Pearson is put away. 5 metres out. Illawarra's turn to defend. They've done all the attacking. Duff is now tackled. 5 gone for Western Suburbs. They come to the blind. Coleman is over there, puts the kick in. Came off the Steelers' feet, maybe, and the touch judge puts the flag up. It was knocked down by one of the Magpies. Now White pushes Stewart away. In possession of the football, it might be better if he keeps his hands down. This is England. 42 metres out from the west line. Through from White again, figuring in the play. Timmins combines. This is Cross. Back on the inside. McGregor goes without it. The ball goes to ground and forward. He'll put a scrum down.
And a nice move there by the Steelers. One of Coach Alan McMahon's favourite plays when he was coaching Newcastle. Just a simple second phase play. And if McGregor hangs onto this, he had support both inside and outside. So a chance missed there by the Steelers.
A real opportunity there for the Steelers. They used Paul McGregor as a decoy runner.
As Ken McGuinness plays it, and this is Damien Kennedy now. Kennedy just outside the 30-metre line for Mesher, realising the markers weren't going to be alert. And he keeps going with a good dummy. He'll score, Mesha. Cherry Mesha scores for the Magpies. Well, it was on this ground when he played for the City side last year in a quagmire. He had a starring role. And it would seem that it's proving to be a happy hunting ground for him again.
Yes, he had a blinder that night. He's having a fine match tonight as well. He's done this all on his own. 30 metres, he's run some sloppy Illawarra defence. They've held off him and they dropped off him. As O'Mara went for a man coming through and Chad Harris, and Mesha wasn't on the ground. He just kept running. Well done.
You wouldn't believe that he could score through that. A very poor attempt there, just the arm swing from the front rower, Darren Fritz. And players were more intent on the support player than hanging on to Cherry Mesha. And he's gone through 4 or 5 Steelers defenders there to get his 4th career try in the top grade.
At the Steelers Stadium, Andrew leads now from right in front. And first points on the board, and they've been converted. So the Magpies lead the home side, Illawarra, 6 points to nothing in the Optus Cup. It's out from the black and white line. And they come on the blind side. This is Richards. He got a ball inside for Rodwell. Danger here for the Magpies, but Rodwell is put away. Mesha was underneath. They keep the attack coming, though. White it is. Pulls the pass back. And he goes for the line himself, Josh White, but he's down a couple of metres short. White to play it. They're looking for a quick play. The ball, it's not forthcoming. So it's with Timmins now. 5 tackles gone, and again, Western Suburbs calling on their defence resources. McGregor comes in to see what he can do. One-handed pass away, it goes to ground. And West come up with it. Well, Craig Simon, he was over the line, but the ball got knocked down and backwards by the Magpies. And this is Kevin McGuinness.
Well, somehow the Magpies have kept their line intact. Craig Simon, if it had taken that one, it was behind him. He scores. Magnificent try-saving tackle in the previous play on Josh White from Damien Kennedy.
Centre of the ground. Again, Western Suburbs under pressure from Illawarra. And Josh White is put away. 15 metres out from the line. Callaway goes wide. Timmins is there to link up. Then they work a cross play with Saru, and his pass, it goes to ground. And referee Kelvin Jeffs allowing advantage to apply for Western Suburbs. They don't get anything from it. Western Suburbs line. Illawarra yet to score. West 6-0. At half-time, about 5 or 6 minutes off. Rodwell playing it back for Callaway to go to the right, and McGregor puts on a sprint and then a fend. And then he got it away for Timmins to give to Cross, and then for Saru. Flicks it over the head. Timmins is there. They're 12 metres out. The bounce is important, and it comes away with the Magpies. So Josh White plays it, and Illawarra, with seconds in the first half remaining, Sean Timmins through a gap, leaves it behind him. The Magpies have come up with it. The siren is there. And so Illawarra have expended that limited amount of time they had to put points on the board in the first half. A valiant effort by Western Suburbs to lead 6-0.
The tackle 9 metres out from the west line.
Well, let's go to the sideline and see if there's a different perspective from Steve Roach as he looks at the match in review. Hold the phone blocker. We've got Ken McGuinness stretching right out down to the halfway and looking for support in vain. That's how you can find a break, Big Steve.
It always happens, doesn't it? Alan McMahon was reminding his side that this isn't a trial, this is for 2 competition points. Very disappointed with their first half performance. Too shallow in attack, running one out. He didn't like any of that. He thought, they're going to score again, are they?
No, it's all right.
He thought their kicking game was pretty ordinary in the first half. And Big Fritzy, Darren Fritz, has got a bit of the flu, so he's got an excuse for his performance in the first half. For West, Tommy Riodonicus praised his defence. He said they've got to spread. When Illawarra spread the football to Git McGregor, he's the danger man. And he said, look, if we're going to put pressure out there on the wing with Suru, we've got to put it up high in the air and compete for the football.
All right, well, while all that was happening, the pictures told the story. Josh White. That is Timmins. Sean Timmins brought down right on the halfway mark. 5 tackles gone as McGregor goes across to the playmaker, and Josh White puts it straight down the ground, and it'll go dangerously close to that dead ball line. I think Andrew Leeds was hoping it would, and he's been felled in goal. That's a good chase by Craig Simon.
Great chase there. Tremendous enthusiasm, and those kind of efforts, they lift the team. It looked like the kick was going to be too long from Josh White. Fullback's nightmare, that one, bouncing close to the dead ball line, and Craig Simon, tremendous tackle. He had good support as well.
Playing at 5/8 tonight. Brother of John, who we will see in fresh colours this year, as Rodwell goes back and takes the first tackle just outside the 20-metre line. So Western Suburbs now, again, doing familiar work. They've been under pressure many times. The scoreboard probably doesn't reflect that. Now they come through to Timmins. He turns it in for McGregor. He beat the tackle of Duff, and Stewart is able to bring him down. Big McGregor, 15 metres from the line. White goes to the blind, gets away from one, has the arms free. Back for Timmins. He goes back to the left, scouting across the ground. Fritz away. Simon is there. Simon pummeled into the ground there by Pearson. So then, they go again to the blind, and Rodwell on the end of a good tackle, able to get it away. Pepe is there, and he is able to get the ball down. Simon goes for the line, and does he get it down? No. He's ruled held up.
Well, amazingly, in the space of 2 minutes, we've had both teams held up over the line. This time, Craig Simon looking to capitalise on some great work from his teammates leading up to this. Craig Coleman's actually stolen the football off him. Could well have been penalised for that. On the last, they kept the ball alive, the Steelers. And once again, tremendous defence right at the death from the Magpies. They'll have to do it again.
So they get another set of 6. White to the open. McGregor chimes in. Long pass. Saru for the corner. Dives into the in goal. And it'll be a try. Saru scores, and the Steelers come back to 6-4.
And Philly Saru taking advantage of the fact that the Western Suburbs defence, they were caught napping there. The ball was in and out before they even realised. As White picks up to freeze play there, look at the space between him and this first defender. He's got plenty of support out wide as play continues. And because of that, the Magpies defence just could not regather in time. There must have been a good 15 metres that he was able to run Josh White right on their try line.
Yeah, the reason being, Pete, that Illawarra had stacked their own blind side, and the West players had adjusted to match them, leaving a mile of space on the open side. With the lock not breaking to cover the halfback, it was always going to be a try from there. Josh White drew in the defence, and Saru finished it off very nicely out wide.
Rod Wishart then, 23 metres out, almost scraping the sideline. Hits it, it's going to go wide, so there's no addition. 6 points to 4, the Magpies over the Steelers after 46 minutes. Could be described as a heartland for rugby league, as is Newcastle. And quite a healthy crowd in at Steelers tonight to watch the team trailing at the moment by 2 points, 6-4 down.
It's amazing what scoring points can do to a team. Already there's an extra spring in the step from the Steelers. It's 5 tackles gone now as Heppy's taken high. And Josh White, he's got a good option here of either kicking the football or running. Going to go for the former. Bounces off Western Suburbs player. And offside. Ruled against Illawarra Steelers number 15, Brad Heppy.
He's 25 metres out on tackle 5. Measure one more time. Coleman again calling for it. They stack the blind side. He kicks back into the centre. And work here for Rod Wishart, hampered by the upright, but the Australian Test winger is away. The chase is on, and Darren Willis. Darren is very quick, and within 20 metres he had Wishart tidied up. Wishart presses on.
Would have been very interesting if Darren Willis hadn't have come up with the tackle, because there were 2 other defenders there. One was Billy Dunn and the other was Damien Kennedy. Not known speedsters. Had the advantage. Wishart as Sean Timmins steps back inside, but again the outside defence from Western Suburbs is very good and forces a mistake.
Replaced as McGregor now takes them on, gets the arms free. Timmins looks inside. He heard the voice, but he couldn't get it away. Desperate defence by the Magpies. Saru tries to do it himself. Saru, he gets it over the line. Oh, that's good work. The touch judge says yes, and Kelvin Jeffs match gives Saru his second try of the night.
And Philly Saru did it all himself. The Western Suburbs markers went to sleep. The dummy half is the markers man. This set it up. Paul McGregor. Beautiful work. Sean Timmins, he had support on the inside, but he did the right thing. There was an element of danger in throwing the pass. As we freeze play there, that's Saru picking the ball up. These are the two markers on this side. In fact, the second marker has already moved across. That opens up space on the blind side, and as play continues, it's a saloon passage. They overread the play, the markers. Saru got to his winger, but then had the strength to carry across 2 and 3 Western Suburbs defenders, and the markers were at fault.
Well, you give McGregor 2 points for that 4-point try, and Saru the other 2. He set up the bus beautifully.
Wisher. 23 metres out. This one, he's going to miss it again, just to the right. But the Steelers are in front for the first time. They're 2 points up after 59 minutes. He doesn't realise the impact that he can have on a game of rugby league. Andrew Willis puts that frame into the gap. Here goes Tugger for the line. He gets it down, does he? Watching Kelvin Jeffs closely, he consults the in-goal judge, and it's a try. Under the uprights for Craig Coleman.
Well, I was just talking about the run around. It hadn't been effective for them. On this occasion, the dummy was thrown by the 5'8" Andrew Willis. You see Craig Coleman going around. Andrew Willis knew that Craig Coleman would stay alive. And Brendan O'Mara has made no mistakes up to that stage, but it was a very poor attempt on the Western Suburbs halfback.
Yeah, well done, Tugger. First try in 6 years for him. And he's showed amazing pace. I think his leg gave way there in the shape of a step. And does he get the ball down? Well, there you go. That tells a different story. The arms went up, but the in-goal judge was right in line, declared the try.
You've still got a question mark on it, right? We'll have another look at it for you at home. As Leeds takes his kick from in front to convert. And that's been the difference, really. He's had 2 kicks from right in front to lead 12-8 now, the Magpies. Here it is again.
I think he's dropped the football.
No doubt about it on that shot, Rabs.
Another look. Here it is again. Oh, I think it's a try, to be honest with you. I think you'll find that part of the ball has made contact with the grass before the actual impact has jolted the ball free. Hey, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
It's in the paper tomorrow. Craig Coleman scores the try. That a long way towards winning this game for the Magpies.
Now, the men in black and white. They put Burns back to play the ball area. Trying to drag the defenders in. Surely they'll come wide. Coleman across, and there's the face ball. Damien Kennedy. He's put it down for another Western Suburbs try. Damien Kennedy gets yet another Magpies try. 16-8.
And again, it was Craig Coleman who orchestrated this. Going to the line. A halfback needs to go to the line, and Coleman's done it all night. His first receiver, as he moves towards it, and we freeze play there. You can see that this player here is in 2 minds. He doesn't know whether Georgialis is going to receive the football or it's going to come wide to this player here. As play continues, that defender is in 2 minds. Sean Timmins ends up making a tackle on nobody, and Coleman's great pass was able to put his support player into the hole.
Defensive mistake made there by Timmins. The man who scored was always his man, but a great ball by Craig Coleman.
So Andrew Leeds with a fairly simple one has missed it. I doubt that it'll come back to haunt him. 67 minutes gone, 16-8. I'm just wondering whether this is Fritz now, high stepping his way over the 30 and the 20. Leeds comes across and takes the big man low. 10 metres out from the line. The Steelers desperate for a try. Saru flick passes out the back. Across it goes from Cox it was, then away from Callaway. Oh, they've got 101 players out here. The overlap was 3 men, but they go to ground with Timmins.
And the referee's pulled that up. I wonder whether play should have been, the call should have been to play on. Seemed to come off the Western Suburbs player, picked up by a Steeler. They can't believe it. There's Sean Timmins. What about this?
Great run by the big man, but no support. Lack of support cost them 4 points, possibly 6 there. A nice tackle by Andrew Leeds, not a pretty sight. And Saru decided to go for his 3rd try, and the desperation passes kept coming and went out wide. Just see the end of it as to what happened. The ball actually knocked down by a West player in Craig Coleman, so I think it should have been play on.
Orchestrate that.
And Pearson, the number 4, is like a ramrod. Hits the ball hard and straight. As Stewart plays it now, a chance here for Western. They go for the drop goal off the boot of Leeds. It was touched in flight. Damien Kennedy now. As Wests get dangerously close to this try line again, looking to really ram home the advantage. Now they go for it. Leeds, a sweet kicker of the ball, and there goes the arm in the air. So what didn't work for them a few minutes ago brings a smile now to Andrew Leeds' face. And 17-8, the Magpies over Illawarra. Footy tab operating just on pick the score. And there's the odd number, putting a bit of value into it. Played by Pearson.
It just shows once again that trial form really means nothing. These two sides did meet pre-season. It was a pretty emphatic victory for the Steelers on that occasion. But tonight, as the final whistle siren sounds, the Magpies will reverse that result to win our first game for 96, 17 points to 8.
So 3 tries to 2. Goal kicking very much the difference. 17 points to 8. The Magpies have defeated Illawarra. For the Magpies, Mesha, Coleman and Kennedy got the tries. Leeds with 2 out of 3, and then a drop goal at the 39th minute. Saru got the 2 tries for Illawarra. Wishart with none from 2. And 17 points to 8. A good win for Western Suburbs, serving notice to the other teams in the Optus Cup that they cannot be taken lightly. So that takes us out to a break now. Peter will be back to summarise this match. Of course, Steve will have the man of the match. There's $1,000 coming from Optus for that man in tonight's game. Here's a break. We're back at Steelers in just a moment.
A good start for Western Suburbs in front of nearly 10,000 people here at the Steelers Stadium tonight. Only 4 matches this weekend. Hopefully we'll have a full round next weekend. Well, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? March the 22nd, the first game of the first round of the comp, but it's been worth it. A pretty good game, I felt. West deserving winners. Illawarra some work to do, and 10,000 people have gone home at least seeing some live football. Yeah, the first competition points of the season going to the Magpies. On behalf now of the entire Wide World of Sports Rugby League crew from the Steelers Stadium, it's bye for now.